Okay. So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have just discussed about what is AWS, what are the services which we are going to cover in this particular training. Those things we have discussed in our previous. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our AWS. But before starting of this particular topic, any question anyone have, whatever we have discussed till now? If you have, you can please raise your hand. Anyone have any question? Okay. Look like no one has any questions. So we'll start with our today's topic where we are going to discuss about how we can create our AWS. To create your AWS account, you need to go to this particular link, the URL which I have mentioned here. You can go to this particular URL, or you can directly go to a website called aws.amazon.com. If you go to this particular website, here on the right hand side, you have an option of click on sign in. Once you click on sign in, just a minute, let me log out my AWS account. Now, once you click on sign in the below, you are getting an option to create a new AWS. So you can click here also, or you can go to this particular URL, the one which I have mentioned. Once you go to this particular URL, you need to provide some details. You need to first enter your email ID, and it can be any email ID, your Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, yeah, Google email, any email, whichever you are using, you can enter it, but make sure you are not going to enter your official email ID. So enter your personal email ID, and then here you need to give your password. And again, you need to confirm your. For entering this particular password, you need to follow some rules and regulations. Like we need to use some upper letter, lowercase, some character, number, like this. You need to follow some rules. What are the rules? Here are the rules. You need to follow. Now, in these four things, so which is mentioned, uppercase, lowercase, number, non-alphanumeric character, you need to use at least, it means one uppercase, one lowercase needs to be there, one number, or one alphanumeric character. Out of these four, things you need to use. And your password, whichever you are going to use, it needs to be used at least minimum 8 characters. Minimum 8, maximum 120 characters long password you need to. So here you can enter your password. And after entering of your password, you need to give your AWS account name. And whatever the name you are giving here, that particular name needs to be unique globally. Let's take example, someone has used an already name XYZ123. Can we use the same name? No. You can't use this name again because someone has already used that particular. The name, whatever you are going to give your AWS account name, that name needs to be unique. And once you enter your account name, you can click on. Here also I mentioned it about account name. Now, once you click on continue, you will come to this particular web page. And on the left-hand side, you are able to see free tier offers. Regarding this free tier offers, we have already discussed in our last session that few services are always free, few are for 12 months, few are for private. We have already discussed these points in our previous session. Now, here you need to select your plan. We are getting two plans. One is called business plan, other one is called personal. We are not going to select business plan, we are going to select personal. So first you are selecting the personal plan. After selecting of the personal plan, you need to give your personal details. Full name, your number, your country, your address, and then your postal. In India, we are calling as PIN. And if you want to read their terms and condition, you can read also. And then you can check the checkbox and click on continue. Once you click on continue, you need to enter your card details. It can be credit card or debit. And while creating this particular account, they are going to charge you 2 rupees. Only 2 rupees they are going to charge you. And those 2 rupees also will get refund within 3 to 5 working days. In 3 to 5 working days, you will get your money get refund in your. You can use credit card also, or you can use debit card also. Now, in India, might be a lot of people is having RuPay card also. And if you see here, it is mentioned they are supporting Discover, American Express, Master, or Visa. AWS does not support RuPay card. So it means you can't use your RuPay card. Here you can use in India, if you can only use Visa or Master. These are the cards you can use. You need to enter card number, expiry date, card holder name, CVV. And then they're asking for PAN number also. If you want to provide PAN number, you can provide, or you can leave also. Because PAN is not mandatory. One more important point. The card, whichever you are going to use, make sure that particular card is enabled with international transactions. Because in India, by default, international transactions are disabled. You need to check with your bank how to enable those international transactions. You can even check your mobile banking app also. You can check internet banking, or if you're still not able to find, you can contact your bank. They help you to enable those international transactions. Next, you need to click on verify and confirm. And then they are going to ask an OTP to deduct 2 rupees from your account. Enter that OTP, click on submit. Next one. We have completed total 3 steps. In 4th step, they are going to validate your mobile number. So you need to enter your country code, then your mobile number. You can validate your mobile number by using text message also, or by using voice call also. And in the below, you need to enter the characters, whatever the characters you are getting it, that particular security check characters you need to. Then click on send message or voice call. You will get an OTP from your side. That particular OTP you need to enter here to validate your mobile. After validating your mobile number, you can click on continue. Once you click on continue, here you need to select. In support plan, you need to select free support. If you are going to select developer plan or business plan, this will be the monthly bill you are getting at minimum $29 or $100. So you need to select basic support free plan. And once you select your plan, you need to click on complete sign up. Once you click on complete sign up, click on AWS management console. Then you can select any role, or you can select anything, whichever you're interested. You can select anything because it doesn't make any difference if you select any other thing also. Once you select role and interested in, you can click on submit. And once you log into your account, this is how your account is going to look. Now, sometimes what happens is whenever you are going to create your account is going to ready within 2 minutes also. Sometimes it takes few hours also to create your. So you don't need to worry about if your account is not going to activate within 2 minutes. Sometimes it is, sometimes in very rare case nowadays, it is taking few hours to activate your. So this is how you can create your. So any question anyone have now regarding the account creation, you can please let me know. Yes, Sheikh, you can unmute.
Actually, Ankit, sorry to ask. I mean, I am able to see that content link what is there on the WhatsApp. But now, as per this PPT now, wherein it shows the AWS account creation process, where will I get this PPT?
This PPT we are uploading in our website in
Okay.
logicalabstract.com, and those are the paid candidates. Only they can view these PPTs.
Sorry.
Those are the paid candidates. They can only view these PPTs.
Okay. After what we say, registering this paying the fees, then only we will be able to see that. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Fine. Logis. Okay, fine.
You are getting all the details in our WhatsApp group also. We have already shared the details in WhatsApp group also. Okay. Any more question? Yes, Ashok.
Yeah, hi Ankit.
Hi.
Actually, I'm using my office laptop. Means actually working on CloudWatch reports. Okay. But okay. Anyway, I'm logged out from my that AWS account.
Okay.
Can I use this laptop for my personal what
No.
you have said before?
Ashok, those things you need to check with your organization, with your IT team, with your office team. You need to check. Might be they have restricted you or not, because I'm not sure that what settings they have done in your laptop. So those things you need to check from their side, that can you use your official laptop or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Yes, Kumar, you can unmute.
The only question I had is like when you were showing the steps to create a new profile on AWS, right? There was a question about the role and the interested area. Does it have any significance to the kind of options which are going to be presented in the journey of AWS, or is it just like some kind of diagnostic data it is collecting?
No, nothing like that. You can select anything. It doesn't going to the issue with AWS services. You can select anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Now I'm going to log into my AWS account. This is how account is look like. In the screenshot, it is not showing anything in recently visited, but in my account, you are able to see. Okay, because I have already used this particular account for other ones. Yes, Manisha Chaudhary, you can.
Ankit, from where we'll get the payment link so that we can pay for
Manisha, I just want to know, are you in the WhatsApp group of AWS batch 132?
No, I'm not that specific part of that group.
Okay, I'm sharing the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. You can join the WhatsApp group using the link. My team will share all the details in the WhatsApp. Okay. Or if you still have any doubt, you can contact our WhatsApp group admins also. Okay, Manisha?
Yeah, thank you, Ankit.
Anyone have any more questions? Please let me know so we can continue with our next topic where we are going to start our first service. Yes, Sunant, you can unmute. Sunand, you have already unmuted yourself. You can ask your question.
Sure, Ankit. Yeah, Ankit, I am basically from security practice, where I work with OEM and SailPoint. That's where I just joined from Amazon. In yesterday, you were saying there is an IAM module that talks about some sort of roles and privileges being granted. Is it that part of chunk, or is there anything else in Amazon that comes for the security practice which is not being covered as part of our course content?
We are talking about the security things. We are covering few of the security things, whichever is required. Okay. And all the details are mentioned in our course content.
Okay, whatever the course content has, that is the security content being facilitated or provided by the AWS.
Correct.
Is my understanding correct? Yeah, thanks, Ankit. I'm good.
Anyone have any more question? If you have any question, you need to please raise your hand. As to ask your question, you need to unmute yourself. Sorry, I'm not going to reply in the chat box. Please unmute yourself to ask your question. So we are going to start a first service. The service name is called as EC2. And full form of that EC2 service is called as Amazon Elastic Compute. Now, what is this service? It's a service where we are going to create our virtual servers. Like normally we are calling it as virtual machines. And that same service in AWS, it is called as EC2. So that is virtual servers. Means I can create a server. Means I can create one computer in AWS infrastructure to run any of the application whichever we want to run under our servers we want to. AWS is supporting these much of operating system. Amazon, they have their own Linux-based operating system. They have Ubuntu also. They have Oracle Linux also. They have Windows Server also. Red Hat, Mac operating system also. So these are the operating system. With the help of these, we can create our EC2 machine. With the help of EC2 machine, we can do anything in our cloud platform. Now, let's take example. I want to buy a computer. Whenever we are buying any computer, please let me know in the chat box, or whenever you guys are going to buy a computer, what are the things you are going to check? Minimum things. You are not don't go in much more depth. The minimum things, whichever you guys are going to check whenever you're going to buy a computer. You can please confirm in the chat box. Correct. I'm getting the correct answer. CPU, correct. RAM, hard disk, operating system. The minimum we see these things. Other than that, we have networking, all those things also. But the minimum things we are checking for our talk about journal people also. Nowadays, they are start checking these things also, which operating system they are using, how much hard disk they are getting, how much RAM we are getting, which CPU we are getting it, how much CPU we are getting. All these details we are. Even to create this particular EC2 machine also, we need to use these 4 things: CPU, RAM, hard disk, and operating system. Without these 4 things, it is impossible to create any computer. It is impossible to create any server. Even locally also, even in cloud platforms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one Windows machine. I'm going to create one Windows machine first, and then in our upcoming session, we learn about how we can create our Linux machines. First of all, to create your machine, you need to log into your account. Once you log into your AWS account, on the right-hand side, you are able to see something called Mumbai in my AWS account. What is this Mumbai? Mumbai is the region. It means in which particular data center, at what particular location, I need to create the particular EC2 machine. That region I need to say. And here I'm getting the full list. Here we are getting the US one, Asia Pacific, Canada, Europe, South America details we are getting. So in whatever the region we want to create our EC2 machine, we need to select that particular region. By default, as per my AWS account, they are selecting the Mumbai region. If I want to create this particular EC2 machine in Mumbai region, I can create in Mumbai. Or if I want to create in Hyderabad region, I need to specifically select Hyderabad. Here. So under that Hyderabad region, I can create this particular EC2. I'm again switching to Mumbai. So whichever the region you want to select, you can select here before creation of your EC2. First step we have completed, we have select our region. Now select EC2 service. If you see here in my AWS account, I am able to see in recently visited also. I'm able to see here. But in your AWS account, it is completely going to show you blank. So for this, what you can do, you can use this search option. So search your AWS service which you want. You see. And see what is the tagline? Virtual servers in the cloud. Click on EC. Done. Next step. You need to click on launch instance. Here I'm getting option to click on launch instance. I can directly click from here also, or I can go to instances. Under instances, you are already able to see 3 machines, and all 3 machines are stopped. If you might be remember in previous session, we have discussed it. In EC2 service, we are getting 750 hours per month free. We are getting it. 750 hours for Linux, 750 hours for Windows. If your machine is in the stopped state, they are not going to charge you anything. If your machine is in the stop status, it means they are not going to count the 750 hours. If your machine is in the running state, only at that time they are counting those 750 hours. Now I'm going to click on launch instance. And the 750 hours you are getting it for per month, and those you are getting every 12 months you are getting it. And one more important point. Data is with the 750 hours which you are getting it, you are getting per month. And today you are going to create your AWS account for your practice, and today is 10th of May. It means you are not getting this free 750 hour per month quota for this particular month. You will get, but you are not getting the 750 hours. You are getting the data on pro databases. And AWS data, whichever you are getting on 1st of every month. AWS billing is done on 1st of every month. So on every 1st of every month, they are going to reset your records. So if I talk about for this particular month, you are getting the data only for 21 days, including today's day. Only for 21 days you are getting. It doesn't mean that you will get 750 hours, you will get some near about 550 or something like that you are getting it. We can calculate also. 750 divided by 30 multiplied by 21. So 525 hours. So for this May month 2023, you will get 525 hours. From 1st of June, every month you are getting 750 hours. And if I talk about May 2024, so you will get data only for 9 days. So it means whatever the pending data we have, 225 hours, we are getting in this particular. For May 2023, you are getting on pro databases. From 1st of June, you are regularly getting the data of 750 hours. And for May 2024, only for 9 days, you are getting the data of 220. Only for pro databases, you are getting those particular hours, so you can work on your EC2. And from 1st, you are getting the full 750 hours. Now we can learn about how we can create our EC2. So give the name to our EC2. It can be any name you can give it. It's not mandated to be unique. I'm giving as Windows. To create this particular EC2 machine, we need to follow some steps. The first step we have done is we have given the name to our EC2 machine. Second step is EMI, Amazon Machine Image. In our normal language, we are calling it as operating system. In AWS, it is called as EMI. So which one we need to select? Operating system, we need to select Windows. Here you can see Amazon Linux also, Mac also, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, Sushi, Debian also you can see. But we want to select Windows. Now I'm selecting the Windows one. Now when I select the Windows one, under Windows also we have some categories. We have different types of Windows operating system also we have. Like we in our normal, when we are using Windows 10, Windows 11, earlier we are using Windows 8, Windows 7 also. We are using, like in server, Windows are different. In server, we are getting Windows Server 2022, 2019, we are getting it. I'm going with the default one, Windows Server 2022. And if you see here, it is clearly mentioned, this one is coming under freebie. So if you are going to select this particular type, they are not going to charge you any additional fees for it. But yes, we have some other also. See, if you are going to select any other type, you will get a bill for. Where free tier is not mentioned, don't select other than free tier. So we have selected our first thing to create our EC2 machine. We have selected our operating system. Scroll down. Next is instance. With the help of instance type, we are going to select CPU and RAM. Let's take example. My requirement is I just need one CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Right now, this is my requirement. So as per my requirement, I need to select the instance type. AWS has already created some categories here. So we need to select that particular type, the types they have created. And by default, you can see here we are getting the type called T2.micro. Under this type, how many CPU we are getting? 1 CPU. How many RAM we are getting it? 1 GB of. And this one is coming under 3 tier. Let's take example. I need to give 2 CPU and 4 GB of RAM. Can I use this particular type T2.micro? Definitely not. Scroll down. Here I'm 2 CPU, 4 GB. What is it name of that particular type? T2.medium. If you are going to select this particular type, we will get a bill. Because T2.medium is not coming under TTO. If you remember in previous session, when we are discussing about the 12 months free services, in that one, I have shown you EC2 we are getting for 750 hours per month. Under that, it is clearly mentioned. You can use the type called T2.micro or T3.micro, depend on the region. I'm using a Mumbai region, and in Mumbai region, they have given the free tier for T2. And under T2.micro, we are getting 1 CPU and 1 GB of. So we have completed how many steps? 3 steps. Scroll down. Next is keyboard. To connect to any machine, we need username also. We need password also. Username we are getting by default from AWS side. Whenever I'm going to create this particular machine, in the end, automatically we are getting a username from AWS, and that's a default username we are getting. But what will be the password? How we'll get the password? Password we are getting it with the help of this particular keyboard. I have existing key pairs also. If I want, I can use existing key pair also. But I'm not going to use existing one. I'm going to create a new one. So this key pair will work as a password for us. Connect to this particular machine. Because in the end, after creation of this machine, you guys need to work on that one, or developer needs to work on that particular. Now, I'm going to click on create key pair. Give the name of your key pair. Key pair name can be anything. I am giving us Windows 132. Click on create key. Here I'm getting that particular key. I'm storing this key in our 132 folder. Here. We have stored this key. This key is very important. To connect to our machine, we need to use this particular. So key is something like a password to us. You just need to click on create new key pair. give the name, and then click on create key. System is downloading that particular key, and here you are able to see that key. Here we are. One more step we have. Scroll down. Now here we are getting it. VPC, subnet, auto-assign public IP. Regarding these information, we'll discuss in upcoming session when we'll come to a service called VPC. At that time, we are going to discuss about these three. Now, here we have something called security group. Now, what is this security? Security group is something like a firewall rules, where I'm going to allow people can connect to my machine from any part of the world, or if I want to specifically mention that only from this particular IP address, people can connect to my machine, even I can define those things. And all these things we are going to define in our security. Definitely, I can't teach everything in one single session. So those things also we'll see in our upcoming session regarding this security. One more important point. To connect any Windows machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called RDP. And if you see here, AWS is so smart. By default, they have enabled a port number called RDP. Anyone in the chat box, please let me know the port number for RDP. Whichever you know, don't worry if it's incorrect, I'll correct. Okay, I got few correct answers, few are incorrect. The correct answer is 338. RDP default port number is 3389. It's a default port number. And you can see here, by default, AWS is allowing that particular port. And here it is mentioned as anywhere. Anywhere means we can connect to this particular machine from any part of the world. If a person has IP address, username, and password, person can connect to this particular machine from any part of the world. Anywhere. In our upcoming session, we learn about that how we can restrict also, so they can't connect publicly. They can only connect from few IP addresses. That also we'll discuss in upcoming session. And here is the name of my security. It's a default name. We are getting it, Launch Wizard 6. If I want, I can give my own name to this particular security. So we can use the same security group with our other machines also. But regarding that particular thing, we'll discuss in upcoming session. So by default, system is allowing our port number called RDP. So it means under network settings, you don't need to do anything for right. In our upcoming session, whatever the changes you need to do, those changes we'll discuss in upcoming session. Scroll down. Next thing. We have discussed it. We need CPU, RAM, hard disk, and operating system. And here we are getting it, storage. Whenever we are creating our Windows machine, by default, they are giving us 30 GB of the hard disk. And in AWS, maximum 30 GB is coming under our free quota for one single EC2. Till 30 GB, it's free. If you want to increase the size, you can increase also. But if you're going to increase the size, they are going to charge you for it. So we are going to use only. And the storage which we have selected is a default one, like in our machine, we call it C drive. It's something like a C drive to us. In AWS, it is called as root volume. We are getting 30 GB. Scroll down. Here we have one more option called advanced details. Regarding these advanced details, we'll discuss in our upcoming sessions. Under that, there are a lot of few options we have it. We'll discuss in upcoming. Now, so we have given all the details whichever we require right now to create our Windows EC2 machine. Now let's again a quick recap. First step, we have given the name to our EC2 machine. Second step, we have select our EMI. In normal language, we are calling as operating system. You need to remember these terminologies, guys. This is the first session, so I'm using as operating system. In our upcoming session, I'm not going to use the word as operating system. I'm going to use word as EMI. Second thing, we have selected instance type as T2 micro. With the help of that one, we are able to assign CPU and RAM to our EC2. Scroll down. Then we have created a new key pair. Scroll down. Then system is automatically enabling our port number called RDP port number. And we don't need to do any changes in this. Next. Scroll down. Here we are getting 30 GB of the storage. And on the right hand side, here we have an option called summary. You can see the summary also. Number of instances. It means number of EC2 machines I want to create. I can give 10 also, I can give 100 also, I can give 1000 also. I can create unlimited machines. There is no limit. I can create a number of machines. But right now I don't require it. I just require only one single machine. So I'm just giving as one. Next, here we have selected our AMI. Next thing, our instance type, security group. I'm creating a new security. If I'm creating an existing security group, system will give the name of our security group. And then storage VR. And you can see here, again, here they have mentioned also about that free tier. We are good. 750R per month, 30 GB of the storage VR. Click on launch instance. So we have created our Windows EC2. Here we are. What is its status? Because it takes some time to create this particular EC2. So this is how we can create our Windows EC2 machine. Is just creating a Windows EC2 machine our work completed? No. Because after creation of this machine, what we need to do, we need to connect to this particular. So now we need to discuss about how we can connect to our Windows EC2. And here I can see all the details. But if I scroll on right side, here I'm able to see my key name. Here I'm able to see my security group name. All the details I'm able to see. In the below, we are getting some more details. Don't worry, we'll discuss slowly in upcoming session. Now we need to connect our machine, but before connect to our machine, any question anyone have regarding the creation process, please let me know. Then I'm going to show you how to connect to the machine. You can please raise your hand. Yes, Vineet.
Yeah, hi. So I want to know there is any way to check how much hour left in our account for
Yes, we can check that also. I'll show you in upcoming session.
Okay,
We have an option.
sure. Okay.
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 Yes, Varun.
Hi, Ankit. So just want to check that you had mentioned we are creating a single machine.
Yes,
So
correct.
if we like increase that number, so would that go out of the free tier, or I mean?
No, it is going to divide. Let's take example, you are getting 750 hour per month. Okay, and that is you are getting it. If you are going to create two machines, so the 750 hours is going to divide into two.
Okay.
Okay, if you're going to create 10 machines, then 750 divided into 10. So each machine is getting 75 hours. Okay, but at that time, your machine needs to be in the running state. If your machine is in the running state right now, you can see it means they are counting those 750 hours, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And if we are creating more machines like 2, 3, 4, then the configurations of those machines remain same, like instance type and the
very good question you have asked.
Storage.
While creating your machine, if you are giving the number, let's say I have given 1. If you give as number 3 there, in that particular case, all the configuration will be the same for all machines.
Okay.
If you want a different configuration, then you need to create all the machines separately. You can't create machine in one single requirement.
Okay. Okay. Lastly, like, is there is there any benefit of, like, just as we are doing our practice? So maybe if we look to deploy some app, some sample application, is there some benefit of creating multiple machines as compared to one machine?
Yes, definitely yes. You will understand that particular thing in upcoming session. We'll practically discuss those things. Okay. Why we actually required multiple machines.
Right.
Okay. I'll explain in upcoming session.
Thank you.
Yes, Sarush.
Oh, hi, Ankit. So one question. So when I was selecting the region, by default, Hyderabad, it was disabled. Is there any specific reason?
Yes, the reason is because the newly launched regions are by default disabled by the AWS. You need to enable those regions. And don't worry for this one, in the last of this particular PPT, when I'm going to upload this particular PPT, I have already given one link also where you can learn how to enable those regions also. By default, if you see in my account also, a lot of regions are disabled.
Yeah.
Scroll down, see here.
Yes. So
by default, whatever the recently launched regions, all are disabled.
Okay.
Even in your account, Hong Kong and Hyderabad region are both are disabled.
Yes.
Okay. So that is why I have already mentioned the details in my PPT. So when you will receive this PPT, you can check the last slide of this particular.
So, for example, second question, if I create an instance in Mumbai region, and if I create one more instance in, say, Virginia region, so when I log in, is it account specific or region specific?
Region specific.
It's completely region specific.
Region specific. Right now, I'm able to see this machine. I'm switching to Singapore region. You will not see these 4 machines which I'm able to see right now. You will not see these 4 machines in the Singapore because it is region specific.
Okay.
Okay, but we have one option there. See, we are not able to see. Let me first switch to Mumbai. We have one option there. We can see the count of EC2 machine which we have in that particular region. But there we can't see that this much of machines are in running status or in the stop or terminated. We can't see those.
Okay.
EC2 global view.
Okay.
In this EC2 global view, it will just show you the count. It will not show you that particular machine is in running or it stopped. Those information we are not getting. Like in my Mumbai region, right now total 4 machines are there. 3 are stopped, 1 is running. So if I'm going to check here in Mumbai, it is showing me 4 instances.
Okay.
Okay. It is not yet updated. It's showing right now 2. It will update in few minutes.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Thanks, Ankit.
Yes, Nurul, you can unmute.
Yeah, Ankit, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so for the instance configuration, you told that T2 medium has 2 vCPU and it is having 4 GB of RAM.
Correct.
So what is vCPU? Can we consider it as like if we have physical desktop, so that has CPU. So it is same concept?
No. It's not a same concept. It is having some different things. In this one, we are getting multiple CPUs. We are getting it. I can't explain those things because it's a completely hardware configurations.
Okay. Okay, so if it is 2
Okay.
vCPU, yeah, if it is 2 vCPU, so that means each vCPU will have 2 GB RAM. Is it like
no,
that?
total we are getting it. Not each. Total we are getting. That's the total one.
Okay.
Total machine that which is getting.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Ajit, you can.
Yeah, I have one doubt.
Yes, Ajit, you can ask your question.
Yeah. So how can we find the username?
I'm going to show you that.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to connect that machine. Then I'm going to show you how you can find your username.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now I'll show you how we can connect to our machine. Then I'll come to your question, guys. You don't need to lower down your hands. I'll come back to in 2 minutes. So we are going to learn about how we can connect to our machine. You need to select EC2 machine. You can click on connect. Once you click on connect, go to RDP client, scroll down. Here I'm getting the and except we need to copy this public DNS also. Except here we have an option of password. So click on get password. When I click on get password, it is asking me to upload private. Which key? This is the name of my upload. This is batch 129. I need to switch to 132. Here. So I'm selecting that particular PEM file. Scroll down. Click on decrypt password. Here I'm getting. By using this particular password, I can connect to my machine. How can I connect? To connect to this particular machine, I need one tool. I need a tool called RDP, Remote Desktop Connection. In your Windows machine, by default, you have this particular Remote Desktop. So click on this particular one. Now in the computer, you need to enter this public DNS. Click on show options. Enter your username. Click on connect. Click on connect. Enter your password. Click on it. Click on yes. Here we are. So we are able to connect to our Windows EC2. And Windows EC2 machine will take some time to get low. Still in process. And here we are able to connect. We can go to my computer also. It's still in process. I'll go to File Explorer. Click on yes here. Here I'm getting this PC. Here I'm getting that 30 GB of hard disk here. It's showing us 29.9 GB. How much RAM we are getting it? Right click to properties. And we have 1 GB of. So here we are able to see we have used Windows Server 2020 version. At the edition we have used. Here we are. The same one, while creating that particular EC2 machine, we have selected the details which we are able to see here, and we are able to connect to our. This is how you, after your deletion of your machine, this is how you can connect to your machine. Now, any question anyone have, you can please raise your hand. Yes, Sheikh, you can.
Okay. Hi, Ankit. Thanks. So a couple of questions actually I have. Okay. So
please go one by one.
Yes, I'll go one by one. So the regions, what you explained, okay, like we can create multiple virtual machines, okay, based on regions, okay, region specific, whatever, and it's a country-based region. So, for example,
in one
now,
single country, we have multiple regions also.
Yeah, that's fine, true. So what I'm trying to, what my doubt is, for example, if I have to deploy, I mean, if I am having an application and I want to deploy one particular web service into these multiple VMs, which are based in multiple VMs, which are region specific. Okay. So for that, the key pair will be same or it will be different.
Now, if you are using a same type of machine you are creating, then key pair can be the same. If you are creating different type of machine, then key pair needs to be different. And the particular question you are asking, you will understand in our service called VPC. At that time, you will more get clear about your doubt which you are asking.
Okay, fine. Okay, well, that is the first thing. And yes, just now I paid the fees actually via that link which was shared in that WhatsApp app. So I think you shared one link of this wherein we can download these PPTs which you are showing actually. So can you just put it in the chat? That will be more helpful for
No, you need to log into our website logiclabstech.com.
But what credentials we have to give? I don't know.
Your email ID and password. Because before making the payment, you have created one account also.
Okay.
That will be your email ID and password. And on that email ID, you got an email also that your payment has been successfully done. That email also you have received on that email ID.
Okay. Let me check. Okay, I'll verify.
Okay. So you can go to our website and there you can log in. From there you can access your. Okay.
Okay, Logic.
Questions? Logic Labs 24. Logic Labs Tech.com.
Logic Labs Tech.com. Okay.
I have shared in the chat box also. You can check in the chat box also.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Any more questions?
No.
Yes, Vinit.
My question is that if I create one Windows machine or Linux machine in one region, can we switch this in another region?
Not possible.
Okay. Second question is that if I created one Windows machine or any Linux machine, can we update their configuration?
Can we create their configuration means?
Update, just like we created a 30 GB RAM and after
That is possible. That we'll learn in upcoming session.
Okay.
You want to increase CPU, RAM, hard disk.
Yes.
Yeah, that is possible, and that's a very important thing we need to do, and need to do in real time also. We need to do that work also. So we'll learn in upcoming session.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Prasad.
Yeah. Regarding this multiple EC2 machine creation, where you mentioned that we can give the name of that machine like Windows 132. So in this case, if I instantiate 2 instances, then what would be my second instance name?
Same name.
Okay. So how do I distinguish then? If
you want, you can click here. After that, you can change the name.
You can change again one by one.
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, while creating that, we have selected AMI as Windows. So then it has given default OS version as 2022. So, but I want to spin 2019. Is that possible?
In that list of value, you have an option while creating your EC2 machine. You can even select that also. Here you are getting 2019.
Okay, that base image we can 2019 code.
Here we have.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, I forgot actually my queue is somewhere last, and I think I should note down all the questions.
No, you can raise your hand when you remember a question. So I talk with some other person. If you remember, you can raise your hand.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Kunal. Kunal, you can unmute yourself.
Am I audible, Ankit?
Yes, Kunal.
Okay. Thanks for the chance. Couple of things. So one is when we talked about region, so we understand that one region has got 2 or 3 DCs or data centers under it, right?
Minimum 3 availability zones for every single region we have. Minimum 3.
Minimum 3, right? So when we create a machine, say EC2 service we created, so do we get an insight, or say I create 2 services with the same configuration? So do get an insight that which DC it has gone into, or that
if you want, you can select as per your own choice also. If you want to leave, they'll automatically pick. You can see here, as per my system, they're picking 1A.
Okay.
We'll discuss in upcoming session more when we'll discuss about a service called VPC and other services.
Yeah, sure. So it is more of a active setups kind of thing. From that perspective, I asked this question. And one more thing, unfortunately, I lost my some issues with the laptop, so I couldn't do a parallel practice. So I hope the recording will be shared, so I can join.
I have a suggestion for all of you guys. Don't parallelly practice it. After the session, when you get the recording, then you do practice. Because what happens is, might be if you miss any particular point, Kunal, and you're not able to listen that particular point, and that can be your interview question.
Oh, that is great. Okay. So then that.
So my suggestion is first focus on the thing which you're learning right now, but after that you can practice after this.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Srinivas. Srinivas, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, Ankit. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Hi. I'm good. Actually, I'm the new, and today only I joined this section. I have a few questions. First thing, I don't know what I missed out in previous section.
In the previous session, we didn't do much. We have just given introduction about what is AWS and what are the services which we are going to cover in this particular training. And that particular recording you will find in our YouTube channel also.
Okay, so I can continue on this. Right. Okay.
Today
Then
is the second
the
session.
yes. Now I have a second question. See, one
Mhm.
is that you had given a 750 hours. I mean, you shown that 750 hours. This is like per month or per year?
Per month. 750 hours per month we are doing.
Okay, number of instance also.
The
Okay.
number of instances you can create n number of that, there is no limit, but 750 hours you are getting per month.
Okay. My last question. See, some other guys asked about that. I had created the one instant in one region, another instant in another region. Can I communicate between the region of regions like this?
You want to connect
Communication.
one machine to another machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be possible with the help of VPC peering.
Okay.
We have one service called VPC peering. We'll learn about VPC peering also in upcoming session. With the help of that, if you connect both the VPC with each other, then you can connect from one machine to another machine. Otherwise, it is not possible.
Okay. Now my final question. So I need to register this AWS. How I can? Is that any PPT or any presentation or any guideline?
No, whatever the details you need, we are sharing the details in our WhatsApp group. So how you can make the payment, we have given the link. With the help of that particular link, you can make the payment. And once you make the payment, and whenever we are going to change the link after few sessions, we'll email you that particular link also, or we'll update that particular link in our website also.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how we can terminate this particular machine. Now let's take example. I don't need this particular machine anymore. So what I can do is I can delete this particular machine, means I can terminate this particular machine. Or we have one more option, I can stop this particular machine. Stop means if I want to use this particular machine again, I can use this particular machine again. But I don't want to use this machine again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely terminate this particular machine. And to terminate this particular machine, you just need to select that particular EC2 machine. We have an option of instance state. Then in the below, we have an option of terminate. Once I terminate this particular machine, it is impossible to recover if you didn't take any backup. If you have taken a backup, then you can recover this particular machine. Without backup, it is impossible to recover your. And how to take a backup, that we'll learn in upcoming sessions. So I'm going to terminate this particular. Right now, it is shutting down. After a few minutes, it is showing you as terminated. And if you check after a few minutes, it is completely going to delete from your AWS. This is how you can terminate your machine once you complete your practice. Yes, Kumar, you can.
Hi.
Hi.
One question I had was about the password generation which you have done for the key pair, right? I think it's only one of the only on the initial time you have to do. You don't have to do every time when you try to log in into
No,
the
it is
instance.
one-time process only.
Okay. And the other question I had is we have created the user ID and the password from the key pair, right? But if there are multiple profiles who needs to access the instance, we would have a way to create access for multiple users on the same server, right?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again, Kumar?
So currently we have only one user ID and password to access this server or instance, right? In
AWS
case
account? Or you're talking about the EC2 machine?
EC2 machine.
Okay.
Yeah, if we have multiple users who have to access that particular server, would it be possible to have multiple users
Yes, it is
to
possible. Even we are going to discuss in upcoming session for Linux machines. How we can create
Linux?
multiple users. For Linux, we are going to discuss in upcoming session.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Ankit. Yeah, those are the two questions.
Yes, Ramakrishna.
Hi, Ankit. My question is, while creating the EC2 machine, we are selecting the one CPU, right?
Yes.
Generally, CPU means code to do and hexagonal, different types of CPU will be there, right? So which type of CPU we are getting? One CPU means what it exactly means?
We don't have any backend details which CPU they are provided with. We are just having that number of that one. Other than that, backend details we don't have.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Suresh.
Yes, one question. So one regarding the key pair generation. So there was two files. One is .pem, other one is .ppk.
If you might be read carefully in the below, it is mentioned for PPK only used for puttigen. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, exactly.
That we'll discuss in tomorrow. And putty is used for Linux machines, not for Windows.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so that we'll discuss on that.
So second question. So for example, you have terminated Windows 132 and the RTP got disconnected. So for example, I created two instances where I want my application keep on running. If one instance get terminated, the other one should get connected. So is there a way that can be implemented
we can use auto scaling part at that. We can use auto scaling part where system based on our load, system will create automatically machines. And whenever they don't require, they automatically terminate our machines also. But in that particular point, we need to mention minimum count. Minimum also we need to mention maximum count also.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll learn about that particular point in upcoming session.
Yeah, thanks, Ankit.
Yes, Manoj Sani. Manoj, yes, you can ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Manoj.
Sir, actually, I'm your previous batch student. I just want to confirm one thing. Just like your previous batch, AWS training is free, but this time I have to pay again, or I'll continue in this batch.
You have paid in which particular batch, Manoj?
Batch number 117. Even I have training videos also, but I have some confusion in some. Yes.
117 is for SQL batch. I might be not wrong. 118 might be.
Maybe 118.
So you can do one thing, drop an email to our support team. You don't need to pay anything. You can join the batch without any payment. Okay. Drop an email to support team. But you will get the recording for the batch for which you have paid.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And mention that clearly that you are from this particular batch and you need to switch to 132 batch.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, Varun, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit. That instance that we created, so that as you showed on your account, it was showing one region. I mean, it was showing that instance is there in one availability zone.
Correct.
So if we create an instance, then by default it is there. It is available in one availability zone or in multiple, or do we have a choice?
We have a choice. We can select that particular region, a particular availability zone in whichever we want to create. But we have something called placement groups. We can select that one. For in front end, for us, it is going to create our machine in one single region. But in the back end, they are going in that way. If you are going to use placement group, they'll spread your single EC2 machine in multi-availability zone also. But for us in front end, it is only going to use one single particular.
Okay. And
yes, you can ask more question.
Yeah, it's like if just like for creating a proper enterprise, a proper application, if we go ahead to create an enterprise application, so then definitely we would have to have the redundancy across multiple availability zones, right?
So we can create regions also with the EC2 machines in multiple regions. We can.
Okay.
We are going to, like earlier I said that we are going to use an option called auto scaling. With the help of auto scaling, system will automatically creating our EC2 machine in multi-availability. So in that particular case, they are automatically creating our machines. Okay. And in that case, we are selecting all availability zones. So whenever they are required, they automatically identify and they are creating our multiple machines in multi-availability zone also. They automatically doing it.
Okay. Okay, great. And for this Windows instance, if we need to move some application into it, so how do we do
You
that?
can
Like
connect to that machine, you can develop your own application into that, or you can connect to internet, you can download from there also.
Okay. Okay. It's like if we have an application on our Windows machine, we developed some application, and if we want to move it to our
that is called as migration, Varun. You're talking about migration, like on premises you have now, you need to switch to cloud. Am I right?
No, actually, no, sorry. What I tried to ask is that if we have developed a machine to be deployed on cloud, we have developed it on our local and want to deploy it to the instance, the Windows
That's
instance.
what I'm saying is that you have right now in your local one, you need to migrate it to cloud one. That is called as migration, Varun.
Okay.
Okay, for that one, we have a separate services, migration services. Or if you have any small file, then you can copy paste also directly in that particular machine.
Okay, the usual copy paste operations work, huh?
Yep. How it will work? I'm going to show you that also in Windows machine.
Okay.
For Linux one, you can transfer by using WinSCP.
Right.
You can do that. For Windows one, you can copy paste also. How it will work, we'll discuss in upcoming session.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Prasad, you can unmute.
Yeah. Is this EC2 machine is going to create in public cloud or private cloud? So
it is creating under private cloud, under our service called VPC. But right now it is using a default VPC. In our upcoming session, we'll learn about how
I've been hearing since yesterday VPC.
Yes.
In most of the cases. So I think I'm
VPC is
eager
actually,
to
we can
learn.
call it as private cloud. Actually,
What
the
is-
CC2 machine which we are creating right now, it is actually a hybrid one. Because combination of public plus private is equal to hybrid. So actually we are using hybrid cloud right now.
Hybrid cloud.
Okay. So you will understand, don't worry, Prasad, in upcoming sessions slowly. If I'm teaching you, telling you right now, you definitely get confused. So only focus on a thing which I teach you, right?
Yeah, EC2 machine can be either in public or private. How can
this right now I can say this is
public.
Don't think about right now only about EC2. EC2 is like a public cloud because I can access this machine publicly from any part of the world. If I want to restrict this, it can be accessed only from few IP address. I can do that also. Okay.
Yeah,
so
as
those
you
things
mentioned while
we
accessing RDP.
will see in upcoming session.
Okay. So what about monitoring of these servers? Like if CPU is going up and
we
down
have a
while
service
using
name called CloudWatch.
CloudWatch. Is that covered in this session?
Yes, definitely. No, not in this session. In upcoming session.
No, not in this session. I mean, in this course.
In the training, yes, it is going to be covered.
Okay.
Okay.
And does it AWS provide the load balancer services as well?
Yes, we have multiple types of load balancer. You check in the course content, it is mentioned.
Okay, sorry. And what about database services?
We have RDS, DynamoDB. We have 8 types of databases in AWS.
I'm
Ledger
interested
type.
on the Oracle actually, like because
Oracle is coming under RDS type. RDS. We have a service called RDS. Under we are getting 6 engines. Okay. So those
but Oracle is also having their own cloud services, right? So how is the tie-up between AWS and then Oracle?
No, in AWS they are only providing database, and you know that Oracle database is #1 database in the market.
Yeah, I know. Next
so
to the time,
they have their own cloud also. The cloud which is there, that is ERP cloud. That is called as Fusion. They have ERP cloud also. They have their own cloud also, but they have tie-up only for database, not for any other services. Oracle is providing a lot of services. They don't have tie-up with other things. Okay.
Okay. And does it also provide some GPU services?
GPU means full form.
Graphical rendering, like graphic card related thing, like NVDA and stuff like that.
No.
We can do some rendering on the server side and then.
No, they're not.
So like, okay.
Thank you.
So,
any more questions?
Yeah, I have one more question regarding that Active Directory thing. So, like currently we have spin the server and administrator is the user, and it given the decrypted password through that PEM file. And when you are logging into the RDP machine, so does it authenticate with some Active Directory?
If you want, you can install in your Windows machine. That is possible. In Windows EC2 machine, it can be possible.
No, Active Directory is a kind of organization who manages all the user accounts and then
That is called as IAM.
things.
IAM in AWS.
Yeah, IAM. Yeah.
That we'll learn in upcoming session. It is mentioned in poster.
Okay. And also on the second and the last question was you mentioned that
I think you're asking a lot of questions. Prasad, I need to talk with
Yeah.
other person also. Please complete your questions.
Yeah, maybe I'll mail you too. Okay.
You can ask last question.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the CPU is not known to us. So, but there are some specific application which might require some special processor that are compatible. So, in that scenario, is it possible to get such a specific
in that
machines?
case, you can go with dedicated host. You can
dedicated host.
Host, you can take it, but that is going to be charge you means
More,
double, triple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Ajit.
Yeah, because I have one doubt. So when we create EC2, integrated Windows, right? So when it's showing running means like the hours has been counted, right? So
Ajit, you're saying something.
Ankit, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah. So we created the instances right using EC2, like for Windows. We created a machine. Okay. So in the state it is showing as running. So now it is running. That means the initial hours you mentioned right in the starting free time. Those hours has been calculated when it is running.
Correct. When the machine is in the running state, they are counting those 750 hours.
Okay. So I just created like now, so I have to stop it. Right.
And after practice, you can terminate your machine also, like you have deleted that particular machine. And whenever the next time you want to practice, you can recreate a machine also.
Okay, now I have to keep it or terminate it.
Terminate that machine. You don't require that machine anymore. So terminate your machine. If you need that machine, if you want to work in that particular machine, then you can stop the machine for now. But better to terminate the machine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Ashok, you can unmute.
Yeah, actually that's same previous question, but in real-time scenario, means if the machine is terminated, it will be chargeable or
no, terminate once is not chargeable.
Okay, terminated means we can start again. We can start.
No, terminate means deleted, completely deleted, not possible to start.
Okay, then why just showing means that
after
still
terminated means deleted. After a few minutes, it is completely going to remove from my console also.
Okay. Stop means stop means it stop.
We
means
can start. Stop means shut down.
Only shut down, but it would be chargeable or means after
no,
all.
It is not chargeable. Stop means not chargeable.
Okay, that hours would be not chargeable
counting.
when it is. Yeah.
In stop, they are not counting your hours.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Santosh.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Santosh.
Hello. Yes, Ankit. Actually, I have missed the previous sessions and the introduction sessions. So I have lots of doubts on that basics. So, so I can get the recording, right?
You will get the yesterday's session recording in our WhatsApp group also, and today's session also will share the recording in our WhatsApp group.
Okay. Okay, that will be
Okay.
great. Okay.
Any more questions?
No, that's it. I just want to start from the beginning.
You will get those recording day 1. Today's the day 2. You will get that recording.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Ramakrishna, you can.
And if we create an EC2 mission under Mumbai region, say for example, so will it create multiple copies under all the availability zones under that Mumbai region?
By default, it is not going to create.
Okay, then what is the need of this multiple availability zones? So if at all one zone is down, then it should get from other availability zone, right? That is the purpose.
In
right?
that particular case, you need to use an option called placement groups.
Okay.
In that particular case, they will divide your single EC2 machine in multi-availability zone also. But the basic things you will find in that primary region, but in the secondary regions, they'll spread your machine. So it means if your primary region is down, so it doesn't mean that your machine is going to be completely down. Okay.
Okay. The same machine will be divided to multiple regions. That means that no multiple copies will be created, right?
Yes. But the machine will be in the primary region, but it is creating the copy. So if primary is down, then it will go over the other one. For that one, you need to use placement groups.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
That's all.
Yes, Harish Mane, you can.
Suppose we can, one instance machine, we can create a number of it, suppose 100. Is it reduce our hours?
Definitely yes.
If I create a 10 machine, means it will be only reduce our hours also.
Yes.
Okay.
750 hours total you are getting.
Okay.
You use with only one machine or with 10 machines. It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
No.
Yes, Sridhar, you can unmute.
Hello, I'm audible, Ankit?
Yes, Sridhar.
Yeah, actually, I have login to the site, but I'm not able to right now. Actually, I have login.
Once you log in, please click on dashboard.
1 minute, sir. Just if you see active courses, is there active courses? Where is the dashboard? Actually, I am able to see AWS batch 132. Where is the dashboard here?
Sridhar, let me talk. So it will be easy for you to understand. Okay.
Sure.
First of all, did you log into our website?
Yeah, I have logged into website.
Either email ID, password.
Yes.
Once you log in, then here you are able to see the dashboard. If you are not logged in, to see the dashboard option, Sridhar, it is mandatory to log in. Without login, you are not able to see something called dashboard.
Dashboard, I have gone now.
Are you able to see dashboard?
No, dashboard. Continue with Google. I am going with continue with Google.
Login, just log in it. Whatever as per your wish, you just log into our website.
Choose an account. I have chosen my Google account itself. I am getting logging in. Now
are you able to see dashboard?
Sir, I am able to see categories, active course and attitude.
Did you click on dashboard? After click on dashboard on the left hand side, you are able to see something called active courses. And under your active courses, you are able to see your batch 132.
132 I am able to see, sir.
Let Sridhar, again, you are not giving me the chance, so it's not possible you to understand.
Sure,
just give me 2 minutes, okay? Then after that you can. So you are able to see 132 batch?
Yes, sir. Categories. Under categories, I am able to see AWS batch 132. Sir?
Yes, sir. You can.
Can I share my, is it possible to share my screen here?
Sridhar, if you listen to me, you can easily understand within 1 minute. If you are giving me the chance, I'm very glad, I'm very happy if you give me this chance to speak just only for a minute or two.
Sure, sir.
I want you to please don't interrupt me.
Sure,
is it possible, Sridhar?
Sure, sir.
Can I speak?
Yes, sir.
When I'm asking you, please just reply me, then it will be very happy. I'm very happy with that. You said that you are able to see active course and you are able to see your batch 132. If you click on batch 132, on the left-hand side, you will see your details. You will see all the details. Just open your batch 132.
I opened, sir. I'm able to see content.
So in that content, you are able to see the topic wise.
Yes, sir. I'm able to see course content and introduction.
So how many sessions we have done till now? Only 2 sessions. And today is the second session. We didn't complete second session. So you will not see this second session PPT and recording here. After the session, I'm going to upload the PPT also. I'm going to upload the recording also, Shrikar.
Yes, sir. What about the first yesterday's recording, sir? Yesterday's recording.
Here is it. Day 1. It is there. Day 1, 09 May 2023. You are able to see 01 AWS Architect is introduction also. If you click on introduction category, you will see that also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm able to
That's
see
what I'm saying. If you give me the chance, you can easily understand. You don't need to share your screen.
Have a quick introduction about me.
Okay.
Today's the
Yes, Sheikh, you can unmute now.
Okay, Ankit, just a quick one actually. As you have explained regarding the creation of the AWS web service. Okay, so now we since we have paid the fees, so we have the right to create the AWS account. Okay, right.
Without paying the fees, also you can create your AWS account.
No. I'm just trying to understand. Now fees we have already paid for the course. Okay. So now it is not a restriction that we can. I mean, we can create our AWS account for Amazon, right?
Yes, you can create your AWS account and you can start your practice.
Yes, that's what I just wanted to understand. Okay, fine.
Yes, you can. Okay. Okay. Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Look like no one has any more questions. So with this, I'm ending this session. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how we can create our Linux EC2 machine. In today's session, we have learned about how we can create Windows EC2 machine. In tomorrow's session, we learn about Linux EC2. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Thank you.